Hey, I'm back. I did most of the amber color, so now I guess we're going to start with 8, which is a beautiful turquoise color. This is actually the color of my car, and it's the color of my car because I like that color. I don't think I would ever drive or buy a, well, unless it was a used car. I would like to choose the color that wasn't white, black, or gray. Not that there's anything wrong with those colors. It's just not, I don't know, I think it's just like this color is just a nice show-off color. And it's not white like snow, and it's not black or gray like pavement. So if I ever get lost in the woods with my car, hopefully I would be found. Although I guess a lot of people get lost in cars and are never found. But yeah, that's just my weird thought of the day. Anyway, I really do love this color. My car is called Caspian Sea Green, but to me it's like turquoise. If it's next to a blue car, it looks really green, but if it's next to a green car, it looks really blue. So it's just an interesting color. Anyway, but I do like white cars. They never seem to get dirty, but they get lost in the snow. I mean, I don't mean to get lost in the snow, but they blend in with the snow. Anyway, so yeah, I finished all the amber, I think, but I know I'm probably missing a lot of it. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I don't even know if I said hello, but if I didn't, hello and welcome, and thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you could hit the like button, that would be really nice too, or leave a comment or subscribe. That would be awesome. But yeah, I don't know why people don't hit like buttons. I've noticed that on a lot of other people on YouTube as well. That, you know, you can go into a live and there'll be 500 people there and like 50 likes. And I don't get that. Because if you're watching all the way through, why don't you like it? But I know that some people, like me, just turn on YouTube and sort of like on the TV and then just walk away from it so you're not even watching. But that's okay too. I've done that, and I just realized that my TV is on and making noise, and now I'm going to be in trouble. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, that's good. I was watching some silly thing about Bigfoot, which is about as much horror as I can stand because I don't believe in Bigfoot, so it doesn't really scare me. I think that people just get scared in the woods if they go off trail, and when the sun is setting, things sound louder and things appear to be things that they're not. So I think that people just get scared, and that's where the idea of Bigfoot came from. I know it goes back hundreds of years, but I still don't believe in it, or ghost, even though I may have. Well, I have a ghost story on here somewhere, but I still don't believe. I don't. I believe that, you know, other people might believe, and that's okay. I certainly am not going to judge anybody for believing in ghosts, because how would I know what other people go through or what they've seen? But as far as those ghost shows, the paranormal ones where they talk to God, I don't believe in that at all. I think they're absolutely silly. And I think that they scare people, and that's not nice. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that anymore because my one ghost story, it seemed pretty real at the time, but I was much younger then, newly married with a brand new baby. Well, not newly married because I got married at 18. I had my son at 22, so 4 years married. And yeah, I'm not going to go into it because I've already done that. I do like telling stories though, and you know what? I forgot to look at the clock again today before I started. I am so silly, and I have a watch on my wrist, and I still, just silly as anything, but if we can't have a little bit of silliness in our life. I think I'm going to go halfway down with these number 8s, and then I'm going to start another color. We'll get through it all somehow, but I do enjoy this, and this is looking so beautiful to me, and I hope that you guys can see it like I can see it. This is a pretty good camera. I think you can. But I would love to have like leather tooling in this pattern. It is just so beautiful. And it reminds me of something tooled in leather. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous design. I uploaded yesterday's. By the time I got it all together, I don't think it took that long to upload it, but I had to upload it at a very slow speed, not slow speed, not a very good, I uploaded it at 7:20 when it should have been 10 something, but it was much faster to upload it at 7:20, so I did that, and you probably don't even know what I'm talking about, but that's okay. So it didn't take too long. I don't like that when I upload a video now it says made with Clipchamp, even though I appreciate that Clipchamp is free and very simple. And yeah, so I guess they do deserve some advertisement, but I don't know, it just looks weird to me. But what can you do? So, I have not done anything about the engine light on my car. I haven't tried to find anyone, but I will. I'm going to have to, because at the end of June, at the beginning of July, I have to go back down south again. And I'm not going to get on the 401 with a car that is not working perfectly, because that is just absolute silliness and asking for trouble. So, won't do that. I just saw, oh, okay. Sometimes I find what I'm looking for, and then I look away for a second, and then it's gone. But I'm wearing reading glasses. I don't have the best eyes in the world, that is for sure. But I'm not blind, so I'm grateful for that. Anyway, I gotta stop saying anyway all the time as well. I'll have to teach myself to do that. And other things. I can't believe that it's almost June already. I don't know where this year has gone, but it certainly has gone fast, like really fast. It's like 1 minute it's January and the next it's June. And then soon it'll be July, and then we'll have to do Christmas in July. I've got so many diamond paintings to do, but I really wanted to do this one, even though it was one of the latest purchases. I still wanted to get right into it, even though I have diamond paintings I've been wanting to do for years and just haven't gotten around to them yet. And I think the reason is because they're bigger, and I know that I'm going to have to speed through them, or I'm going to have to do them in like 10 parts, and I've actually done diamond paintings that are in 10 parts, but that's okay. Alright, it looks like I'm going to stop doing the turquoise here, and then I'm going to switch to whatever the next color is. I'm starting from here and working that way, so I actually should have started with 8 first, the turquoise first, because it was the first one there, but I didn't. So I hope you guys don't really mind these long, boring. I know the diamond painting is not boring. It's me droning on and on about nothing at all. But we gotta talk, right? Oh, there's one. Okay, so now we're gonna switch. And then after this is done, as I say every time, I've got to figure out how to seal this, because this is not like everything else. This is very flexible. So I'm going to have to find something that's not going, well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's going to, oh, look at that. There's 2 right there, but that's okay. There's a bunch down there. So, and there's some there. Oh, I miss a lot, don't I? I'm going to go with 7, I think. And 7 is another bluish, oh, greenish color. So let's do our 7s. I'm glad that I'm doing more than one color today, and that adds a little bit of interest. If it gets too long, what I might do is not use voice at all and just speed it way up and add music. But I do like talking to you guys. It sort of talking, you know, it sort of clears your head out and makes you think. Like when I think back on this, I'll think that, oh yeah, I talked about my engine light. I better go and see if I can find a mechanic in town that's trustworthy. And I think most people are trustworthy. Mechanics are not. It's just that sometimes, no, I'm not even going to go there. I think most people are trustworthy. Let's just leave it at that. But I do have to do that before I hit the road. And I don't know how long it takes to get an appointment to get in to see a mechanic, because when I lived in Hamilton, I would just call them up and say, hey, I'm home today. Can I drop my car off? And they'd say, yeah, we'll call you when it's ready. And I'd just let the car, I'd drive over, leave the car in their lot, and then walk home. And when they got, mind you, that was like for oil changes, nothing serious. Like I said, I've never had, except the muffler once, I've never had any serious problems with this little tiny car, and I am so grateful for that. And like I said, it's 10 years old. And if I have to buy a different car, I was going to say new car, but I'm not sure that I want to drive a new car off the lot, because once a car is driven off the lot, it loses a lot of value. So maybe it would be a good idea to have somebody drive it off the lot first, and then they can lose all the value, and maybe I can get a car that's a year old or something. But I think I want an all-wheel drive. The winter was pretty rough this year, and you know, you can't think it's a fluke. you have to plan for what you know, and I know that we're going to have bad winters. It's because we're surrounded by water, I guess. And yeah, but that's life indeed. So I want you guys to tell me what you think of this so far. I think it is absolutely gorgeous, and I don't know if I'm putting my head in the shot, but I'll look at that later, I guess. My hair is just a mess. It's wild, and I think it's time to cut it, but I don't really want to cut it right now. I want it to grow a little bit longer so I can take more off of it, because there's two colors in my hair right now. I have black at the bottom and kind of a reddish brown at top. But that's what happens when your hair is white or gray or whatever color it is now. The dyes just don't take the way I want them to, I guess. And I'm sure they're taking exactly the way they should, but not the way I want them to. So, yeah. And I leave the dyes on for longer. And the dye I'm using now is a 5. That should be like pretty black. But it's not. It's actually reddish brown. So, and that's okay too. Like, doesn't matter to me. I have blue eyes. So, whatever color, the reddish brown is it has, I don't know how to describe what I'm talking about, so I'm just going to stop talking. I'm being silly. Anyway, so I think that I'm going to just let it grow out for a while, and then I'll get back to it or get it cut. And when I say get it cut, I mean that I will cut it. I always cut my own hair. So it's a blunt cut, and what I do is I have those they're like a barrette, but they're for closing chip bags and that, and they're about as long as this finger. So what I do is I wash my hair, get it soaking wet. My hair has to be soaking wet to be cut because it's very curly. So I get my hair soaking wet, and then I comb it forward, like I divide it in half, and then I comb it forward. Come on, you. And I put the clips in it, and then in the mirror I level them, and then I turn them, because if I don't turn them the back will be way too long. So I turn them, and then I just cut straight across, and it looks pretty good, if I must say. And I cut my bangs probably every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks maybe. 2 weeks is a bit much, but yeah. But, so, yeah, I just have blunt cut hair with bangs. Always have. But it's really funny. The other day, I guess yesterday afternoon, so I'm cleaning out everything. We're going to have a yard sale, but I've got a bunch of papers that I've had for a million years, and I've got to get rid of them. So I'm going to shred them. So I went up into these file boxes, and I've got a stack of papers that I need to shred, because I'm not going to throw that kind of information just out. Anyway, there was a picture of a woman. It was like, you know, you have those sheets, and then there's like a 5x7, then there's a whole bunch of little pictures on an 8.5 by 11 sheet, and it's glossy, obviously photo paper. And it took me, I don't know, like 5 minutes to figure out who this person was. And it turns out it was me. And I don't know who took that picture. Bless them, it's a gorgeous picture. I don't know who took the picture. Don't know where it came from. There's nothing written on it anyway. There's no date or anything. But it was weird that I saw a picture of me and didn't know that it was me. But it didn't look that different. The only difference was my hair was kind of like crimped. My bangs were kind of like crimped. My hair was kind of like crimped. It was just hanging down the way it normally does, but I have no idea where that picture came from. Anyway, it's in the shredding pile. I might take it out, I might not, because if I didn't recognize it, I guess it doesn't look like me. But yeah, it's really weird that I would have a picture of me that I didn't recognize. Anyway, that's just silliness for today. So, should we carry on? I don't know. Running out of things to talk about. And I don't know how long I've been doing this because I keep forgetting to check the clock. Oh, I'm gonna have to like start writing the time down or near the time. And the only reason I'm worried about the time is not because I don't like being with you guys. I love it. It's if the video gets too long, then I'm afraid nobody's going to want to watch because I can be boring. And by the way, on the last video, I don't know what the sound is like, but when I was uploading it, holy smokes, was it loud. So I put a little notice that if you're wearing headphones, you might want to turn the sound down because, wow, did it seem loud to me. And I don't know why it would be that loud. Anyway, so I guess, and I'm going to do all these big things last because I don't want to miss any of the little ones. And I think that's it. Oh, no, not at all, because right here I'm missing some. Isn't that silly that, oh, I'm missing a whole bunch up here. I don't know what I was thinking or what I was looking at, but, oh, come on, come on. I tried to put this thing straight up and down so that the white is not showing underneath, but you know, I'm looking at it at an angle too. Anyway, I hope it's a beautiful day here. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I'm just going to fix some things that look like they've gotten out of line. Yeah, so maybe I'll just keep going for a minute. Like I said, I can always speed it up and add music. And I just want to, I guess this is sort of a, what is that color called? Not citrine. Well, that's one of those weird colors that I don't know the name of, but I used to know the name of. Oh, and there's some that I've missed before, but that's okay. Yeah, it's not citrine, it's kind of a greenish, oh, chartreuse maybe. Maybe it's a chartreuse color, but you can see it. The camera is pretty true with colors, so that's good. I do like Sony, but yeah, they're very, very good with colors. When it comes to truth in colors, like some cameras, like on my phone sometimes, the colors that are in the picture aren't exactly what I saw when I was taking the picture, so, but then it could be settings and things that I didn't do right myself, so, but this camera is very good. Might need some wax. This wax lasts forever, my goodness gracious. Not in the pen, but in the pot, it really stays nice, and it doesn't dry out is what I'm trying to say. I was going to say nice and moist, but you don't want moist wax. It is nice and flexible still, so that's good. And this is a pretty color too. I don't know who chose the colors for this, but I think they did a really good job. Those are 8s. Now if I can just do my part right and get these all in line, and my hand is sticking. That's why I keep this on, because if I was right-handed, my hand probably wouldn't stick as much, but I'm left-handed and I'm sticking. But that's, I guess we all have things to deal with. But, yeah. My scars are healing beautifully. So that's a good thing. I really do wish they would have taken the veins on the right arm and not the left, but well, I guess they take whichever veins work best for them. So I did tell them before I went into surgery that I'm left-handed, because they didn't ask me that when they started checking my veins, but I guess that's where they found the best ones. And why wouldn't they? Because I use my left arm all the time, so yeah, I guess the veins would be better in there. And went to get my blood taken yesterday, and for some reason I got really scared. Not really scared like a child, but I felt really nervous. For some reason, I've had my blood taken a million times. I don't know why all of a sudden I should feel nervous, but I really did feel nervous this time. The young phlebotomist, she was great, didn't cause me any pain. And it was just one bottle, because they were just taking my, or checking my TSH, which is the thyroid hormones. And thank God it was just one bottle, because I don't know why. I got this feeling inside of me that I just didn't want to be there. I didn't want a needle in my arm. I didn't even want to see the needle. I couldn't even look. Like it was weird. But I guess we all go through things sometimes. But anyway, got through it, and now that's done. I was supposed to go 8 weeks after my last blood test, but I think I ended up waiting like, I don't know, like 12 weeks or something, because I kept forgetting to go. And in this town, it's really, like the roads are kind of weird, and well, I don't really know it that well yet, so I actually went, like I drove for like 20 minutes to get to a place that's 5 minutes away. So that was kind of, because I got, I won't say lost, let's say bewildered. But yeah, and I ended up heading towards the ferry, and I don't know how that happened, because the blood clinic is just 5 minutes from me, but it was a nice drive anyway. And if I'm going to keep doing stuff like that, I really should get my engine light looked at. But I'm absolutely positive it's from my car getting rattled from going over all those potholes. And maybe I shook something loose, but I hope not. I hope not anything important anyway. But if nothing else, if they can't find a problem, maybe they can just turn off that engine light so I don't have to keep looking at it. And I think I'm getting closer and closer to the time when I am going to have to say goodbye to this car. But, you know, I've had it for 10 years and it has been wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And I don't think I've ever had a better car. And I've had a lot of cars. But this one, amazingly, the cheapest car I've ever owned and the best car I've ever owned. So maybe it was made on a good day. I don't know. I've heard stories like that before, like never buy a car that was made on a Friday or something, you know, something like that. But yeah, I'm really happy with this one. And they don't make them anymore, so I couldn't buy another. Well, I could buy a used one, but I already have a used one, so why would I buy a used one? I mean, I already own the car, but they're not making them anymore. I think they stopped last year. Well, I'm sure they're making them because they're a big seller in Asian countries. They're just not making them for Canada anymore. So there you go. They stopped that. I think it was either last year or the year before. But anyway, that's it for today. My shoulder is getting sore because I lean funny. And I'm really grateful that you were here. I hope that you'll subscribe or damage the like button, or because nobody ever presses the like button. So please, if you, well, I don't know. I don't like asking for things, but I am asking you to please press the like button. Thank you so much, and I'm going to try to see you tomorrow, okay? We got to get this done and then figure out coatings, and I still have to do that for the coasters. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.